squealing a little bit. Tells you. Alright, so we're going to look at a RCF Track Edition, a car that I think is super slept on. Alright, so the RCF stands for Radical Carbon Fiber, right? So on this car you get carbon fiber front splitter, side skirt, hood, roof, and the wing. Kind of a matte black, which I actually does it a lot of justice in person. Now let's talk about justice on these cars. On camera, it's kind of hard to get them to look good, but in person, I mean, they're sleek. They're pretty much the RC350 F Sport, but with some extra goodies. The 5-liter V8, pushing about 472 horsepower. And for 100 grand, you might be debating, you know, what other things could I buy with that money? So pretty much this video today is going to focus on the experience part of it and not talking about the car. We're going to drive it, we're going to rate it, and we're gonna have fun with it, right? I think these grills are really cool, and I'm speaking on all this from a previous RC350 F Sport owner perspective. The front of this car straight on looks killer. It's when you move to the side, the angles start to get a little weird. Doesn't always show right on camera or show the best on camera. So what we're gonna do is some POV drives. We're gonna put the GoPro on the inside, give my reaction, and honestly, we're gonna have a quick video just showing the experience. It's gonna be fun. So this is Sport S Plus. So I'm just giving it to you guys all raw. And again, there's plenty of videos showing the interior of these cars, walking through. A lot of them I've watched because I was looking at purchasing a Track Edition. So this is gonna be a great little test to see if the car is worth it, if I would have bought it, if I regret not buying it. So nice cloth and leather interior, RCF Track Edition seats, and then the classic, you know, Lexus RC interior. A lot of people don't love the trackpad. Newer ones come with, you know, Android CarPlay, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You know, for the money you might be debating between the BMW M series, a Porsche of some sort, you know, the list goes on and on for the money. If you're gonna drop 100 grand and depending on the used one, probably about 70 to 80K, we're gonna test together that price point. Yeah, this car wants to go. In Sport Plus, so the sound is definitely reminiscent of the RC350 F Sport. You know, the RC350 F Sport. We'll put on the glasses now and do some POV type stuff. So you can see it looking this way instead of this way and that way. Tires are squealing a little bit. Turn them on. Dude, it's fun. Definitely get into some trouble in this car. Let's look. Ah, it beeps at you. Tells you when to shift. I mean, that 0 to 60 is probably... Let's listen to downshift. So obviously if you don't want that lurchy feeling that we just saw back there, you're going to want normal or comfort mode. Tells you when to shift. I mean, that 0 to 60 is probably, it's definitely under 4. Ah, it beeps at you. So my buddies over at Drivify rent this car for $250 a day. And I gotta tell you, in comparison to some of the other rental cars, which I'll show on the video, the GTR, the R8, the Porsche GT3, all very different experiences. But if you want sort of a cheap, lower end, you know, budget rental car to have fun with, go out to dinner, go on a little mini road trip, I don't think you can really go wrong at 250 bucks for a day. I don't know, I'm a Lexus fanboy. I know they're not for everybody, but I think if you show up to a car show in this, given that there's not too many RCF Track Editions out there, you're gonna get questions. You're gonna get questions, you're gonna have conversations, and Lexus is great, as you guys know, they're reliable. It's the Toyota drivetrain and platform. I'll do a little U-turn here. Camera's on. Alright, definitely a car you gotta be careful in, because it's just right there. I'm gonna have to blur out that speed limit sign. There's a little bit of a lag definitely between 3,000 and 5,000 RPMs, where it feels like it wants to give it more and it's lagging out, and then it's just off. So I think the other thing we'll incorporate is it stops quickly too. I mean, it better with how big those brakes are. Or of course some drive-bys. The noise almost sounds fabricated on the inside. What really else is there to say about this car unless we take it to a track? I mean, another thing we could do is take it to a car show. Just leave a like if you'd want to see that, see how it does. But me, yeah, I definitely take this on a road trip. It's a fun little car. I think the best way to explain it is it wants to go fast and it wants to stop fast. Alright guys, we are doing a little bonus segment, because what would it be to talk about the RCF without comparing it to a GTR? So you're going to get my raw reaction to driving one of these for the first time. It's not my first time being in one, but it'll be my first time driving on the road. So, you know, again, going with the whole what would I buy instead of the RCF, right? GTRs, the story writes themselves there, right? There's a lot of good things to say about them. Probably need to go check my mirrors. Oh, that's different. That's a different feeling. It's not as smooth as the Track Edition, but it evokes that reaction. It's got that fun reaction to it. Just this mirror so we know if we're getting pulled over. Okay. Oh yeah, when that kicks in. About the same ballpark, 300s, I think 350. I'll put the correct number on the screen. You can also rent through my guys at Drivify. And I mean, honestly, if you want to have fun with both of them for a day, mini road trip, you gotta probably end up doing both, because you can compare them. Get different experiences in both of them. I guess I would put it this way: if I'm gonna be stuck in a car all day driving around and I got the lady with me or whatever, want to do dinner or something, I'm probably gonna pick the Track Edition just for the comfortability, the smoothness. But if we're down to get rugged and tear it up for a day, This GTR is probably where it's at. That's gonna wrap it up. End review. RCF is comfy, wants to go fast and stop fast. GTR also wants to go fast. Little rougher, not as smooth, not as luxurious as the Lexus. You know, you are pretty much paying for a Nissan supercar, and with that, repair costs are not always in the Nissan price range. So, pick your poison. Thanks for watching.